Defense edition. So I found a quote. You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret in your success is found in your daily routine. A quote by an American author and speaker, John C. Maxwell. So my name is Jennifer Serrano, and this perfectly describes my transition through my growth and actions and mindset this year. I think of this quote whenever I have a goal for myself, or whether it's in school or in life generally. Throughout the year, I've been struggling with motivation and procrastination. I didn't really do anything to fix it. I don't know how to use this. Oh, so the two competencies that I'm going to tie into this is thinking like a mathematician and collaboration. So on the screen is just like the competencies. Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna start with my artifacts. My first artifact is Corey the Camel. It's a pal that it was supposed to be done a long time ago. Just did it a while ago though. So that's my first thing about that. A lot of procrastination. It ties into mathematical authority, which is the author of mathematical ideas. Well, I can authorize mathematical ideas, rules, and formulas. I did that by trying to find out a formula that would work with this. Like with the bananas, I think it was the miles. Like trying to figure out how I would get the bananas to the place that sells them. And then I had to justify and prove it by creating a problem statement and following through with my process and the solution that I made. The conjecture and test was that I had to go through it like 3 different times till I finally found the answer. My next artifact is the B's group assessment. More conjecture and test, mathematical authority. But I was able to collaborate with this because we had to work as a group and try to figure out how to make the specifications of like making a net, and we had a lot of different ideas, so we had to kind of like get all the separate ideas and combine it into one group decision on how we're going to draw the net. It was a little confusing at first because we had 2 different ways on how to find the area of a triangular prism. So we got really confused, and then we had to question each other for clarification on how we found the area for that and why it worked. The breaking glass group model was more for collaboration because we all had different ideas of why the glass was breaking and so this was the one before. Oh no, it's the different one. So we talk about like where wavelengths are in this, and we had like different ideas whether there was wavelengths in the glass before or after, and like if they were just standing still or if they were like not visible at all. Well, not there at all. They're not visible. And the solutions and critical conversations came from, we didn't really know, like we had a big problem on how we were going to draw it and who was going to be drawing, and just who was right, I guess, because like it was really separate ideas, and we had to work together to try to figure out what exactly we learned and what was said in class. For the breaking glass cur, I had received feedback from a fellow classmate, and on the first side, it was really like not flowing. It's in the artifacts, like I explain it a lot better. It was like really choppy, like the transitions were horrible. It was more like an outline than an actual writing assignment, I guess. Like I wasn't proud of it at all. I received a lot of feedback that I was really okay with. Like I am very tough on myself, so to find someone that was able to do that with me too, it worked really well. I was able to get 1A, and the rest of them were meetings, and in the end, I think that would be great A quality work. I was really proud of it at the end, which is really tough. Socratic seminar. So I had to collaborate a lot with people on this. because, well, I mean, you're just talking amongst yourselves about like a situation that we had. So we were reading I Am Malala, and we used notes and like outside like research, so about like what Malala did to impact the world. And then we had to coach other people, so we started to collaborate with them and like what they could do better. The diverse perspectives is the fact that like we all had different perspectives on like a different question, and we had to like not argue but still like find common ground. And then my autobiography, I had a total of 40 comments on my first draft, and I had to create revisions for every single one. A lot of the things I agreed with, and then some things I got really confused on how I would be able to fix. If not, I would have to like revise my entire autobiography again. And it took me a long time to just start the autobiography. And then I ended up getting feedback from another peer that gave me feedback that wasn't really seen. So I guess that would be like a diverse perspectives of the same thing. And I was talking to the other humanities advisor, thank you, Courtney, and she was able to give me some more feedback. So I got 3 different inputs on this single article, and afterwards I think I got some from Honey and Ilani. They were just like talking to me about like what could be worked on better, I guess. So yeah, that's the first draft. The second draft is a lot cleaner. The connections outside of the classroom. So a teacher of mine told me you had to think outside of the alt school box. And I noticed, a really smart teacher.
Wonder who that was.
I noticed that that's kind of like how I am throughout the school year. Like I've been thinking inside of the alt school box, just I haven't done this much work in school, but I haven't seen how much I've been doing outside of school. One of those things is the PHS Rotary. I had to collaborate with other people. I had to make observations about things that are going on inside on the real world, and which is something that I don't like to do a lot. Like I'm like thinking about things that are going on like the news because it's just really bad. I don't like it. So I had a lot of research to do, a lot of different articles I had to find to see what's actually true and what's like just opinions. And like it was like 5 different topics, things that I've never heard before. ASB, I have to collaborate with tons of different people, whether it's in the office, whether it's people just talking to me about stuff. I hate the photos though. It's the worst timings ever. I've noticed that like in simple tasks, like trying to get the tarp from underneath your feet, you have to talk to people and try to understand like where you're gonna step. So like little things, it's like actually important. That's crazy. The mentorship, I had to talk to kids from 4th grade all the way till 8th grade. Very different, just horrible. So I had to talk to them and try to understand what they thought about growth mindset, which is something that like we really focus on here, I guess, sometimes. And these are 2 different schools. So like trying to speak to different kids was a bit of a challenge because they all like interpret things differently. And then kids club. So I worked with little kids, kindergartners, and then I had to work with 4th graders, which is a big change for like a weekend thing. Just understanding how to like talk to different age groups of kids differently was a lot of challenges. And when you don't speak to them right, they jump on you like a dog fight. And then people that are in high school that are seniors are just watching, clapping them on. Yeah. So I learned how to use my words a lot better throughout that experience. And then exhibition, well, here I am talking to you guys. It's very scary. And I just learned how to like use my words a lot better to like understand people and my hand movements that I'm doing right now. It's finally over.
Can I ask a question? So you definitely showed me that you can conjecture in tests and that you can display your mathematical authority. But I'd like to find something, you were assessed on justify and prove in your first artifact, but you didn't display it in your presentation. So can you tell me maybe how you did justifying and proving in Corey the Camel? Because when you talked about Corey the Camel, you talked about mathematic authority,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't talk about the justify and prove. And I graded you on it, and you got a meeting, but can you explain it to us and tell me, like, you're supposed to defend all of the things, so. So what did you do to justify and prove for mathematic, or for Corey the Camel? So justify and prove is deductive reasoning and logical statements.
Yeah, because, well, I mean, it's not, it was logical that, like, they could go back, like, miles that they already went, I guess, to try to figure out, like, how much time, how many miles they would have to do, and how many, like, bananas would be able to get to the, shop thing. Yeah.
Marketplace.
Yeah, the marketplace, shop, bodega, same difference. What else did I say about that?
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Explain the picture. The picture's gonna help you more than the grade.
It's hard to explain things.
Hence the defense.
Yeah. I guess because I had to like explain the first go and like how many they were losing, which was like one of the what's it called rules, but like it's fancier, I guess. It's constraints. It's fancier. And we had like started off with a couple of bananas, and then we had to like go 1,000 miles, and like you drop bananas like every single time you make a pit stop. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say.
Okay. Thank you.
Mom, did you want to ask any questions or give any feedback for Jen?
You did great. I didn't notice any pictures of me up there.
Well, I mean,
Serious
you
face.
were taking a picture of me getting
Oh,
tackled by little kids
true.
instead of helping me, so
True.
I think that's
Photo
okay.
cred.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
cries in Spanish.
All right.
All right, let's thank Jennifer one last time.